Once upon a time, in a small, bustling town, there lived an old vegetable seller named Clara. She was known for her generosity, selling fresh, vibrant vegetables to the townsfolk every day. Despite her hard work, Clara lived a modest life, struggling with poverty. Her small cottage was humble, and her market stall was often empty, as she could never afford to buy the best produce like the wealthier vendors. Yet Clara always wore a smile, radiating kindness to everyone who came her way. One day, a young man named William walked past her stall. His clothes were shabby and his face reflected the worries of someone who was struggling. He had recently opened a small clothing shop, but business had been slow and he had little money left to invest. He was about to give up. "Clara," William said, "I've tried everything, but no one is buying from my shop. I'm running out of money and I don't know what to do. I'm afraid I'll have to close my shop soon." Clara, though living in poverty herself, was always ready to help. She paused for a moment, then smiled warmly and handed him a bunch of fresh coriander. "Take this, William," she said. "Place it in a small vase at your shop, and don't just leave it there. Care for it every day. Water it, watch it grow, and give it your attention. This small plant will teach you something important." William, confused but intrigued, took the coriander and placed it in a vase in his shop. Despite his struggles, he watered it daily, unsure of what to expect. The days went by, and slowly William began to notice a change. Not just in the plant, but in the atmosphere of his shop. As the coriander grew, it brought a fresh, calming energy to the place. People began to stop by, drawn in by the peacefulness and warmth of the shop. Slowly, customers began to come more often, and his business started to pick up. After a few weeks, William returned to Clara's stall, his face filled with gratitude. "Clara, I don't understand. My business is finally growing, and all I did was take care of that little plant. Why did you ask me to do that?" Clara smiled knowingly, her eyes reflecting years of wisdom. "William, the coriander was never just a plant. Just like the vegetables I grow in my humble garden, business needs time, care, and patience. In your struggle, you focused only on what was wrong. But sometimes, when you stop worrying and start nurturing the little things, they grow into something much more valuable than you expected. Success isn't always about having more, sometimes it's about giving more, with love and dedication." William looked at her humbled. "But how did you know that I needed this lesson? How did you know that even I, with so little, could find success?" Clara gently touched his shoulder. "My dear, I have little in this world, but I know that what we give, whether it's our time, care, or kindness, multiplies. No matter how poor we are, we can always give something, and that small act will create more than we can imagine."